Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Aquarius. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So we have the ring and the coffin at the heart of the reading. This is something that is really, somebody's experiencing a lot of chaos when it comes to a reunion, an agreement, possibly a promise they may feel was broken. It could also be with the coffin, it's like, well, that's it. This is the last straw or that last nail in the coffin, you know. It's almost like there's a sense of finality here, but there isn't. It's somebody feeling this way. There's something here that needs to change. Okay, there is something that is ending, but it doesn't mean it's the relationship. It could be something within that relationship that needs to end or change, you know. Because the coffin, although it does signal endings, it also there's also something hopeful about it, because it forces you to seek closure about something and move forward from whatever was causing you pain with regards to your situation or within that relationship, or whatever was holding you back or holding that relationship back. So it is the ending of some type of phase, but it also speaks to the beginning of a new one. So although it might look bad and everything is up in the air, there is still that sense of hope, or there's still a light here, okay? Somebody could be having difficulty dealing with some type of change that is occurring within this relationship. If something needs to change, but maybe somebody has been procrastinating or not going with that change, or not making that change. The walls here, it's like, it feels like this is like, how would I say, it's like the tower, somebody trying to keep the walls up, okay? So it's like, what I understand is that you can still save it. It's like it feels like it's falling, but it can still be saved. Somebody may have some anger issues or jealousy issues. This is a card here, this Chariot actually is somebody who may be driven by something. So driven by passion, by anger. It can speak to the anger that drives somebody. And I feel that this is what happened. Somebody was driven by anger to do something without thinking. Most likely because they felt the other person was not being fair, or they didn't like what was being offered. Here they are sifting through that cup. Whatever happened, they took a decision, but did not follow their intuition. There was some really intense feelings and thoughts that followed that Three of Swords. So, and that is what needs to end. Whatever anger, or where the anger really came from, which is what drove the person, right? So it is the issue that all of this lies upon, is that anger that drove the person to do the action that, and it could be that even it could be anger that was, or frustrations, angers that were building. But it did come from a source, so find the source. And so they thought the other person was not being fair. They felt like the other person wasn't giving. They're looking at exactly what was in the cup or what exactly was in the offer. Maybe they themselves felt, well, that's it. I just have no more to give to this relationship. They were losing hope in the relationship here. And it had to do with something, the way they were thinking, an old belief system. This is what needs to go. It's what's at the root. Something that happened to this person that changed in them the way they were thinking. And how they viewed specific things that reminded them of the wound. So it's like an exorcism that's going on here, you see. In fact, that is what needs to happen, because death rides on top of it. That's where the change needs to happen. Because whatever happened back there, those demons that they're trying to exorcise from this person, and he's like, no, right? They are at the root of what caused them to be anger, or what caused the jealousy, or whatever this was that drove this person to react or say or do something. They lost control, basically, of the chariot because of it. And possibly a very near miss for a tower. And although it feels like a tower is happening, well, it is actually, it's just that you can still save this. But the tower is like that wake-up call to say, hey, you need to look at this. And so something in this relationship needs to change. Okay, it's not the ending of this relationship. But I mean, it could be if that thing doesn't change, because this speaks to a resistance, and we can see that there's a resistance here. It's like that old belief. It could be something that they've been carrying for a long time, and it feels like it's a part of them, So they have like difficulty in changing the way they think. And so they're troubled. They are troubled by the magician here, and the magician is also here. And you see that everything is up in the air, and like, I don't know if, if we have what it takes to, or if I have what it takes to create the desired outcome, or to do this anymore, Five of Swords in reverse. Whatever caused the uh, the upset here, the chaos, because both of these cards speak to chaos. Whatever it caused most likely is still haunting this person with that Five of Swords in reverse. There's also regret that's showing here. They still are not sure if somebody was hiding something from them, if there was sleight of hand when it came to that Ace of Cups. And so this is a card of something that's troubling them. So what's troubling them is sleight of hand with regards to something that is haunting them or following them or troubling them. And so how they handle it, they need to handle it very carefully, because they want this relationship. Now, Four of Swords in reverse on top of the Three of Swords over here. This could be because the Four follows the Three and is in between this Three and the Five. It can very likely be somebody who feels on edge and feels like they got to kind of walk on eggshells, you know, as they try to get this information. This can also be someone who is imagining the worst. Okay? And again, it comes from these inner demons, because from what I can see, there is, look at this, the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this relationship can be saved. The issues can be overcome. This is what is waiting after the metamorphosis occurs, because the metamorphosis is about change, and sometimes that change can be painful. So somebody has to go back and look at whatever it is that needs to be changed, and that can be painful, but in the end, rewarding. And so what we have over here is the card of the Ascension. So this is a card that speaks to wanting to gain momentum. And in order to do this, you'll have to harness both the will and emotion. In other words, the heart and the head both must rule if you are to obtain your desires. So it is about bringing the two into balance. It is about overcoming problems, in this case regaining control. And this change that they've been resisting or of looking at will need to happen in order for them to do this, which will result in this. The desire, that new beginning. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.